Hey everybody, it's Vagabond. Hope you are doing very well. Today I'm here for a spell video. I'm doing a binding spell. I asked you guys on my Instagram story if you wanted to see a binding spell, and the majority of the votes were for yes. So I'm here to deliver that video for you guys. Today I'm going to be doing a love binding spell, and this is to bind a lover to you. I know I already have one of these spells on my page, but there are many different ways to do a spell of the same intention. So I know a lot of you like love spells, so I'm deciding to do a love binding rather than an enemy binding to get an enemy away from you today. So hopefully you guys will enjoy this video. This spell is very simple and easy, and I actually got most of the inspiration for this spell from the Love Magic book by Jillian Kemp, and I have mentioned her several times on my channel. I absolutely love her. She's a wonderful author, and her books have wonderful spells that are easy but very effective. Sometimes people think that you have to have an elaborate spell in order for it to work, but that's simply untrue, and I've done many spells from her with great success, so I am taking inspiration from page 82, and the title of this spell is To Keep Love True. But essentially it is a binding spell due to the method and the intention of this spell. So I am seeking a lot of inspiration from her, but I'm also going to be changing up bits and pieces here and there to make it more of my style. So with that all being said, let's get on to the ingredients. So you're going to need a candle, and I'm using a white candle for this demonstration. In her book, she says to use a blue candle, but white can be used in place of any color. I would also say that you can use red because red is for passion and love, but for this demonstration, I'm using a white candle. You're going to need some clove oil, and I know that not everybody has clove essential oil, and neither do I. So what I did is I made some clove oil with some olive oil and some whole cloves, and they have just been soaking in that oil. You're going to need a bay leaf, and try to find a bay leaf that is whole and isn't broken. It needs to be big enough to write somebody's whole name on it. You're going to need a pen, and you're going to need something to light your candle with. So this was not mentioned in the book whatsoever, but a thing that I've been doing lately is preparing my space with some incense, and this is a white magic incense that I found on eBay, and I've been using it recently to clear the space before I do any white magic spell. This is what the case looks like if you're curious. I'll link it below if you guys want to buy it, but I'm just going to take this around my space to prepare it for this ritual. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to light some vanilla incense, and the reason why I'm doing this is because vanilla is great in any type of love working, and vanilla incense is really great to have around to kind of set the mood for any type of love working. It wasn't included in her spell, but I'm going to have this little cone burning over here, and this is really going to help amplify that loving intention. So the first thing we're going to do is we are going to take our clove oil and we are going to anoint our candle with it. And the reason why we are using clove oil is because clove is a preservative. So just take some oil on the top and anoint it to the bottom. We are using this clove as a love preservative per se, to keep the love alive, to keep it growing, and to keep it with us. So anoint your candle with that clove oil. Next, take your bay leaf and take your pen and write the full name of your lover on it. Once you have the name on the leaf, take some clove oil and dot it on the name. It's better to use a pen because if you use a marker, it's going to definitely start to bleed if you put any oil on top of it. So definitely use a pen. You can use a black pen or a red pen to write the name. And I'm going to take the leaf and run it through the smoke of this incense, but of course if you're not going to use the incense, you can skip this part. I'm just doing this to kind of get that love intention on the leaf even more. Next, you're going to take your candle and light it. So now you're going to take your bay leaf and take the wax from the candle and drip it all over the bay leaf. And this is sealing that love, binding that love. When the wax hardens, that love is going to be hardened. It's going to be solidified. So make sure to cover the whole leaf, especially the name that you wrote down. And while you do this, you're going to say, "Your love for me is sealed." I'm going to repeat the chant while I cover the whole entire leaf, but I'm going to be doing the chanting off camera because this is a larger leaf and that whole process is going to be a bit lengthy. So once your bay leaf is covered with the wax, the book says to place the bay leaf in your bedroom, either on the windowsill where the love shines to represent daylight and love light, or in a bedroom drawer symbolizing nights together. Move the bay leaf to different locations as needed to strengthen your day or evening needs. So basically, you can keep it in the windowsill or put it in a drawer. I would also recommend keeping it underneath your mattress, keeping it under your bed, and also keeping it in your underwear drawer. Those are very intimate spots in our bedroom, and they're very great places to keep love spells or love spell remnants. So I would recommend keeping it underneath the mattress, in your underwear drawer, or putting it in your windowsill or in a drawer as the book recommended. So that was another version of a love binding spell. Once again, I got a lot of inspiration from the Love Magic book by Jillian Kim. This spell works best if you are doing this on somebody who you are in a relationship with. This doesn't really work on people who you don't know, who don't know you. Love binding spells are most effective if you do them on people who you are in a relationship with, somebody who you have been dating for a while. It really solidifies the love and it binds it to you. So keep that in mind before you do this spell. These should also be done with pure intention. You're not wanting to manipulate somebody, you're just wanting to keep the love alive and bind it to you. So if you're wanting to manipulate somebody, this is not the spell that you should do. This isn't going to force somebody to love you, it's just going to strengthen the love that's already there. I hope you guys enjoyed this spell and hope you guys try it out. I've had a few emails and DMs from people asking if I still do readings. Yes, I still do readings. So if you guys want a tarot reading, email me with your questions and with your name. I do charge for my tarot readings too. I do either Cash App or PayPal. So keep that in mind before you contact me. My readings are not overpriced. I keep them fairly cheap, but I still do charge because it is very time consuming and it's basically energy work. So if you want a distant tarot reading, contact me through my email. With that all being said, I leave you with this video and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!